Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikah Kadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah been the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you're talking about this movie, The Civil War, it's an element in the movie that just sticks out, and the thumbnail pretty much show to the extent of this civil war and what is it talking about. In the scriptures, this is the whole warning that the scriptures is giving. And it's gonna be some men that's gonna be prepared for this situation. When you go into let's see here. When you go into Jeremiah 30, it tells you what's gonna happen due to this situation. It say in verse 6, ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So this is another thing that is talking about the women having birth pains, and these men is gonna be going through that. Women will tell you that that's one of the greatest pains that they done felt in their life, being in pain, having a birthing a child into the world. And then verse 7 tell you what will be causing this situation. It says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So this time of Jacob's trouble, all hell will be breaking loose. But let's get Isaiah 19. It says in verse 2, it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptian. Meaning it's going to be a nation that's going to be in uproar with each other. They're going to be going against each other. They say they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city. See, they're in the same situation, and they're going against each other. Kingdom against kingdom. See, it's going to be all kind of men fighting against each other. Let's see here. Second Esdras. That's the other big one. Let's get 6 and 24, I think. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So they right now, these friends, see, they all hanging with each other. They're not fighting each other. They getting along just fine. They good friends. But at this time, when the Civil War and people are not gonna be civil with each other, they're gonna be at war, and they're gonna fight like enemies. It say the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. See, this is why you see the man in the thumbnail. He agonizing with pain. He's in agony. Let's get Second Esdras 15 and get right to the point. Verse 15 it say, for the sword and their destruction draw near. One people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. When you look at the Civil War movie, you couldn't just ride in no city. See, some of the cities had roadblocks. Some of the cities had peoples on the roof, trying to see who coming in there. Because if you didn't look like you was the right situation, they would get to shooting at your behind. Like when they went down the street and the people just went to shooting at the car. Pow, pow. Anybody came down that street, the man shooting at the car. And his house was close to the street, it wasn't a lot of houses around. See, his house is the only house around on that street. Anybody came on that street, he's shooting. He got a major rifle with a scope on it, and he trying to shoot they behind. Then verse 18 it says, because their pride in the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See, the men gonna be afraid. They're gonna be like a woman in travail, and a woman in having birth pain. See, because it's gonna be people getting killed, and the danger of death, the thought of death is gonna be on their mind. They say, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. See, pity is gonna be out the window. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See, it says that pity. Let's get that out of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 9 and 5. It says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city. So this is like the death angels. See, these death angels, they gonna be going through these cities. He said the cities shall be troubled. They gonna be going through the cities, and what they gonna be doing? They say, and smite, killing people. Say, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. This is why they not gonna have pity, because the men not gonna have pity, because the death angels is gonna flood America. Babylon the Great, America. This is why Egyptians is gonna be killing the Egyptians. America is spiritually Egypt. See, and the cities is gonna be troubled because these angels, just like in ancient Egypt, when the death angel came through and killed the firstborn, the death angel was the destroyer, and he was coming to cause all death and destruction. And this is what's gonna be happening in Babylon the Great, America. It says, let not your eye spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. See, the little children and the women, they usually go hide them when the war starts. The men go to war and they hide the children. Get all the young men and the warriors and the strong men with the strength and send them to fight. But everybody else, you hide them somewhere. But see, they not gonna have pity on these little children. The death angels is coming to kill everybody. See, and it's saying that it's gonna be a certain group of people that's gonna have the mark on their forehead that ain't gonna get slaughtered with the rest. The elect. Let's get that and back that up. Matthew 24, and let's see here. Matthew 24, and I'm gonna just get 22 to get right to the point. It say, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. It says, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And so this is what why the days is gonna be shortened, and it's gonna be to where they gonna hold the what I was gonna say. They was gonna this time was gonna be cut short, but I was gonna add that with the last verse. The mark. It's gonna be a mark on the elect. It's gonna be a mark on the elect men that sign and crime. And this is why he gonna stop the time for these elect men that sign and crime. And so the people that is being disobedient, these are the people that's gonna get destroyed in this thing. Now these people talking about uh ain't nobody gonna get destroyed in Babylon the Great America. Something wrong with them. It's gonna be 2/3 that's gonna get destroyed. All of the majority, and that 2/3 is just giving you an idea, man. The majority of the Israelites that's in Babylon the Great America is gonna be destroyed by the sword. Let's get it in 2nd Ezra 16. It tells you. 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So this is the people that's gonna get destroyed. They're gonna be uh hit with the famine and hit with the sword. Now when you go into 9:8, it tells you now. It tells you what the situation gonna be, and it's just not this verse. It's in many of them. It says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few." See, so it's only gonna be a few that's gonna be saved up out of this civil war, Jacob's trouble. It said there'll be many created, but few shall be saved. So it's not gonna be a bunch of them being saved. Only 1/3, only a small section is gonna be saved out of this trouble that's coming to Babylon the Great America. Okay. And then we jump down to verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked with great pride." So it's gonna be great miseries happening in this civil war and this Jacob's trouble. When you go to Jeremiah 16 and 4, it says, "They shall die of grievous deaths." See, it ain't just gonna be somebody gonna shoot you like in the movie Civil War. They just gonna shoot you with a rifle, bomb, and you out of there. No, it's gonna be grievous death. These people is gonna be sitting around torturing people, chopping their heads off, doing all kinds of wickedness. They're gonna run out of bullets after a while and gonna start slicing and chopping people up. It say, "They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth." And that's another reason it's gonna be grievous, because they're not gonna be picking up your body after you die and running you to the hospital or the coroner. They're just gonna leave you out there bleeding and leaking. How your boy say on Django, you gonna bleed out. It ain't gonna take them long either. It say, "They shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth." See, the pig gonna be eating your behind. You ain't gonna be eating a pig since you didn't want to eat a pig. He gonna be eating you. I mean, since you wanted to eat a pig, now he gonna be eating your wicked behind. Then the birds, since you want to eat these fowls and these nasty behind any kind of bird, you ready to throw them in your mouth. Don't care if it's clean or unclean. Eating ducks and all kind of crap. They gonna be the ones eating your behind off of that ground. See, this is what's coming to Babylon the Great America. Okay, and it's talking about these wicked behind Israelites that ain't listening to the truth. Look at let's get Romans 11 and 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded." See, the rest that's blinded, these are the majority of the Israelites, the 2/3 that's gonna get killed in this civil war in Babylon the Great America. See, because they rejected the truth, and the Lord gonna reject they behind, like Hosea 4 and 6 say. But Matthew 7 and 13, it say, "Enter ye into the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go therein." See, 2/3, the majority, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life, and few there be that find it. See, Yahweh shall say, only a few is going to find that path to lead them into getting delivered from Babylon the Great, this great city Babylon, this spiritual Egypt, this spiritual Sodom. See, you're having sodomite parades all over the place. Matthew 13:10, it say, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speak you unto them in parables? Why do you speak to these Israelites in parables? Say, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, the secrets. But to them it was not given. He didn't give it to all the Israelites, the majority of the Israelites. What the majority going to be doing? Deuteronomy 28:64. It say, the Lord shall scatter you among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there you shall serve other gods. See, the majority going to be serving other gods, mainly the so-called white man, which neither your fathers have known, even wood and stone. See, the so-called white man will set up these other gods for them to serve, and that's who they going to be serving. That's who they going to be worshiping. Revelation 13:7. It says, and it was given unto to him, the so-called white man, to make war with the saints, to overcome them. Power was given unto him of all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. See, all of them is worshiping the so-called white man who giving them gods of wood and stone. And the majority of the Negroes that's under his captivity, they're gonna be destroyed in Babylon the Great America in this civil war that's gonna go down, and the gonna be the greatest trouble that's ever been on the earth. You see, this is what the scriptures is talking about, and the Civil War movie just bringing out and vividly where you can see it. See, it gives you a vision. What the television is telling you, the vision that the Bible already done told you. Now I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.